Hello, this is Spartacus here, and welcome to another video. And I do apologize for you guys that I have not uploaded in a long time. I did upload a video just the other day, but that was just a video I already had previously recorded and just needed to upload and upload it onto YouTube. And yeah, and so I do apologize for not uploading for a long period of time, and that's because I had finals in every single of my class to get done with the end of the school year, which is now already over with, which is great to hear, but also kind of sad to hear too, because next year I'm going to be a senior in high school, which is a pretty big deal, and things are going to be a lot different from now on pretty much. So anyway, let's get on to the video here. So I want to talk about why I'm excited for Infinite Warfare. And while this past week where I haven't been uploading videos, we had E3 going on, and we got some gameplay from Infinite Warfare, and that gameplay was actually from the campaign, not anything from multiplayer, which multiplayer information won't be coming out until September at Call of Duty XP, which absolutely sucks because we usually get Call of Duty multiplayer during this time of year, so it's a little disappointing. But yeah, we got campaign information, and not necessarily information but gameplay, and it was just one mission into the campaign. It was a lot of fighting going on there. You could go into spaceships and you can have these Star Wars battle looking things, and which is actually looked kind of cool. That seems kind of fun. But you could also get out of your spaceship, and you can be in, since you're out in space, it's low gravity and you're floating in the air while shooting enemies and stuff like that. Then you have to hijack into a spaceship, and then you have to try and kill enemies in there and do whatever you had to do in the mission. I don't remember, but yeah, we got some gameplay, and the game looks kind of interesting for some reason. I don't know why. When I was watching it, there was just this one thing that just did not seem appealing to me. Now, of course, this video I meant to talk about good things, why I'm excited for it, but the one thing I will mention that for some reason, I don't know why, I just wasn't impressed with this, but I was I feel like I'm the only one who's pointing this out, was that the first gun that you saw your character holding in that mission that we saw, it looked like the textures on it, the detail was just really bland, and I just wasn't impressed with the detail on the gun. I don't know why. I just thought the detail on the gun was just bland for some reason. I don't know. That could be just me. I don't know. But anyway, there are some good things to why I'm really excited for Infinite Warfare. The first reason is the graphics, of course. Duh, they're going to be a lot better than Call of Duty Ghosts. It's because Infinity Ward made Call of Duty Ghosts 3 years ago, and Infinite Warfare is now going to come out 3 years later. And of course, the graphics are going to improve because Call of Duty Ghosts came out during the time the Xbox One and PS4 came out that same year, and of course, it was developed mostly for the 360, and the graphics were more for the 360 than for the Xbox One, and the graphics definitely look a lot better in this game, which is obviously a good thing. Now, another good thing is weapons, actually. I'm actually really excited to know that there's going to be a lot of weapons in Infinite Warfare. Apparently, there's going to be over 100 weapons, I guess. Apparently that is true, that there are going to be over 100 weapons in Infinite Warfare. Now, we do not know right now that these are going to be weapon variants like we've seen in Advanced Warfare. If you guys remember back in Advanced Warfare, that was the very first Call of Duty game to ever implement supply drops, and in those supply drops you can get weapon variants, and it's basically, you take a standard weapon like the I don't know, the SAC-3s. I actually remember those guns, the SAC-3s. So the SAC-3s, you can get variants of those in supply drops for Advanced Warfare, and the default SAC-3s is basically a default dual wield submachine gun. So you had two of that submachine gun in your hand, you would run around and shoot people, and there's different variants for it. For instance, the stats would change on it to where it might have better damage, but it might have a slower fire rate, or it might have a better fire rate and lower accuracy. There could be different stats that will change on so many different variants. And of course, there were more rare variants, and the variants that were more rare were usually better than, of course, common ones you would get out of supply drops. And of course, for the SAC-3s, they implemented this later on in Advanced Warfare's life cycle. Since the SAC-3s were dual wield, they made variants later on in the game where you can get them where they're only single-handed, which I thought was pretty cool. So you could have one SAC-3 in your hand, which I actually really enjoyed. Now, I do admit that I enjoyed having two of the guns in my hand, but having them actually in one hand was actually pretty fun to use. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's a little bit of taste of what Advanced Warfare was basically like for supply drop variants. Now we don't know if Infinite Warfare is going to have like variants, and that's what they mean by over 100 weapons. Now I mentioned Advanced Warfare because of weapon variants is because like since we're hearing now that there's going to be over 100 weapons in Infinite Warfare, but back before Advanced Warfare came out, we also heard the same thing. We also heard there's going to be like over 200 weapons in Advanced Warfare, and I'm just like, what? There's gonna be over 200 weapons? That's crazy, man. You know, that's a lot of different weapons to use. But then later on, I realized that those are weapon variants. Those are just the same weapons that just like perform a little bit differently than other ones. And I don't know if that's gonna be like that with Infinite Warfare. I don't know. We'll just have to see. We don't even know if there's gonna be supply drops in Infinite Warfare. Fun fact for you guys: we didn't even know there was gonna be supply drops in Black Ops 3 till like the week before Black Ops 3 even came out. Like people were just like, what? There's gonna be supply drops like all of a sudden? Like no one even knew until like the week before Black Ops 3 even came out. It was crazy. And anyway, I don't know. We will just have to wait and see. We don't know if like these over 100 weapons, like if each one's like different or something like that. I do know that there were weapons that people were able to see at E3. They never actually like permanently posted this gameplay online, but people who attended E3 got like another exclusive gameplay footage of a different mission in Infinite Warfare. And in that mission, there was a hybrid weapon, and the only hybrid weapon we've really seen was probably in Call of Duty Ghosts. This hybrid weapon was a mixture of an assault rifle and a sniper rifle. So there was a sniper rifle. You have like the normal scope, basically, like you would see in Call of Duty Ghosts, those kind of scopes where it's blurry on the outside and the clear vision on the inside where you can aim and shoot. It's like that kind of sniper. Then you could switch it off and have these iron sights, and you would actually like have an assault rifle. I don't know if that weapon's going to be in the actual multiplayer. This was only campaign stuff that we've seen, so I can't say that for sure. But yeah, multiplayer maps I think are going to be interesting as well, just because this is kind of like a space warfare type game, and the movement system is going to be differently, which is why I'm excited for Infinite Warfare. This is probably the main reason why I'm excited for Infinite Warfare. Every single Call of Duty game, even the ones that have boots on the ground, always play differently. I felt like that Call of Duty always felt different every single year, and of course this year it's going to be a lot different because it's in space, and the movement system is going to be really similar to Black Ops 3, which I'm pretty happy about, but I don't know how similar it's going to be or what the differences are going to be compared to Black Ops 3 movement system. But I am actually really excited to hear that it's going to be having a little bit new movement system, just because it's going to play differently. I like knowing that this game is going to play differently than previous Call of Duty games, and it kind of changes the way your playstyle is. It makes you want to think and learn more, and I don't know, I just like that. I just like how it makes you want to think and learn. It kind of makes it challenging at first, and then you have to improve, and that's what makes Call of Duty fun, is that every time there's a new game, it always plays different, and you just try to improve at it, which is something that's why I love playing Call of Duty. But hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating for what you guys feel this video deserves, because that is what I have to talk about with you guys, is just Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, why I'm excited for it, and those are my reasons why. Not very many reasons, just because we don't really have that much information on the game, but those are the reasons why, and I hope you guys all enjoyed my reasonings on it, and you guys enjoyed this video, you enjoyed the gameplay, you enjoyed everything about it. And if you did, don't forget to leave a like, and don't forget to comment down below what you guys think of Infinite Warfare so far. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Call of Duty content and information and opinions and all that kind of stuff. And without further ado, I shall catch you guys later.